at the helm of affairs really knows what to do.
But they just not, the willpower is not there to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about hurdles earlier, talking about the likes of Lindsay and also Amuso on Friday, in the morning when we were watching the heats. Okay, they qualified for the semi-finals. Okay, the hopes were high, thinking, okay, now they've done something really spectacular, you understand. But later in the evening at about 7 p.m. where the semi-final came, well, just somehow, none of them made it to the finals. And then again, you would say, okay, that was just it. Well, I think, to be fair on the girls, what they did was spectacular because we didn't even expect that any of them would leave the heat. When other countries, I remember Great Britain went to France to camp. They were hosting. I mean, they went to France to camp. They've got the facilities, they have everything, but they needed to be away from their team, and they did something beautiful and spectacular coming here. USA, we just can't even compare or go there. Kenya, Ghana, Jamaica, Botswana, Ethiopia, Qatar, Syria. Okay, Ghana is not on the medal table at the end of the day, but when you have Qatar, Syria there, you're like, okay, Nigeria, it's a very big country. You expect something better, something spectacular. Sally Pearson, who won the 110 meters hurdle, she was out for almost 2 years. 2015, remember when she suffered, that injuries and all that, a broken wrist and bones and all. Then the last year she couldn't go for the Olympics, the hamstring and issues with injury. She came back and see how she was able to turn herself around and she became the champion. So I'm thinking we can actually do better. We can take a look at this country, see what our athletes have done along the line and try to improve on that. As you said, what I'm saying now, I don't want to say it in 2020. I mean, I just want to say something.
You said it different. 10 years ago. I hope you will say it 10 years after.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. Now, let's talk about what went down last night. 2 other athletes talking about Usain Bolt. That's the man, he says, is farewell. And of course, it's farewell for him. It wasn't what we all expected. It was an anticlimax to everything that we expected. When he was coming out, the whole
the drama,
drama, we saw all that. But just somehow, after pulling up that kind of a muscle pull, a hamstring or whatever, but I felt okay. Wow, it's really pulling up, and this is just the same. But this wasn't the picture we wanted to see at the end. We wanted to see a better picture, but this was all we got.
If you were going to be fair to me, remember I said something tells you there's going to be an anticlimax. It happened at the 100 meters. Somebody stole his shine. And it happened here, well, through no fault of his own. He's not going out the way we all wanted him. A lot of people had organized parties, interviews, and a lot. I mean, they thought it was going to go out on the high. But it's really sad. I mean, for me, he said his goodbye. And he has told everybody, thank you for being with me all these years. Don't ask me if I'm going to change my mind because I am not coming back. I'm saying goodbye, and it is goodbye. For us, we have to wait. But why journalists...
What are you waiting for?
No, we have to wait whether he's going to change his mind or not. But why journalists keep asking him that question, I really don't understand. The man says, I'm going.
And that's it. All right, let's listen to Usain Bolt now paying emotional goodbye to the fans and also to the sport he loves so much.
The support hasn't changed. I mean, I expected this. It's just really sad that I have to walk away now. But the energy of the crowd was outstanding as always, and I really love them. They made me feel so at home and so welcome. My fans really love me, and I really appreciate that. I'm just saying goodbye to my events also. These are my 2 events that I've dominated for years. So I was just saying goodbye to everything, you know what I mean? I think I almost cried. It was close, but it didn't come. I don't think one championship is going to change what I've done, really, you know what I mean? I remember after losing the 100 meters, someone said to me that, you say, don't worry, Muhammad Ali lost his last fight also, so don't be stressed about that. And for me, I've proven myself year in, year out throughout my whole career, and I don't think one championship or one race or the fact that I didn't end my last race is going to change the fact of what I've done in the sport. I remember my coach made a call to me, and he's like, he's saying, make sure you stay warm, make sure you, when you go into the call rooms, you stay as warm as possible, get some strides in and stuff. And when we got into the second call room, into the area where we could stride out for a while, we did that. But when they took us to the area behind the billboard, I think, it was for a while. I think, if you guys know, we were there for both medal ceremony. So that was like pretty much the 10-15 minutes. And it was kind of windy. And I remember saying to one of them, like, why did you guys bring us out if you know that we're just going to stand there? You know what I mean? And they were like, they were ready, and then they decided to do the medal ceremony. So what can I do? You know what I mean? We're athletes, so we just got to follow the rules.
Well, except the last part there explaining the reason why he has that pull. Just maybe he wasn't so cold. Maybe, just maybe, okay, we'll say maybe now. But then the thing is, Usain Bolt is the end in athletics.
And he says one championship is not enough to erase his legacy. And I agree with him. If Usain Bolt comes out to tell us this is what happened, it's not an excuse. This is a man that has run under very conditions and has always come out on top. So let's take it. His legacy will never be erased because of this. What he's been able to achieve lives long in our memory. And that's the medal table. This is what it looks like at the end of the day. No surprises. 2 African countries in the top 10. United States coming first, a total of 30 medals, 10 golds, and they were able to win. And interesting thing for me, Cecilia, is that if you had second and third, they're still not, they still didn't get close to United States.
Add South Africa, add France, add combined France, South Africa, and Kenya.
Maybe then.
But they were just joking. But what they did, 10 days, 10 gold medals, you would say it was a spectacular outing for the Americans. In total, we're talking about 30, 10 gold medals, 11 silver medals. You know what that means? Bronze medal 9. And the closest, Kenya, had 5.
And here we are saying they have been demystified. Imagine they have not been demystified.
Demystification was at the Rio Olympics. Now they're taking it back. Because and the 4x100 meters, they were able to take it. In the 4x400, Trinidad and Tobago.
The dominance have reduced.
Yeah, it's reduced. I mean, especially when it's in both stage. And also Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know how they were able to perform that magic. The Americans seems to be running away with it, just like Allyson Felix did. Started well, then Francis finishes it off and all that. But then Trinidad and Tobago just said, okay, US, wait for us, and they cut them. We'll for a break now, we'll come back. We'll be talking tennis.